inside the White House, so many new faces, a stark difference from just 24 hours ago. The Biden-Harris administration marks a new milestone for diversity and representation in U.S. government.
And so many emotions today from a very diverse group of Coloradans we spoke with. And tonight we kick off our 360 team coverage with Denver 7's Gary Brode.
Kamala.
A new era, not just a change in power, but a change in representation. We're going 360 with what Wednesday's events meant for those who feel like their voices are not always heard. You're going to hear perspectives from a diverse group of people with different ethnicities, ages, religions, and genders. We start with 72-year-old CLEO Parker Robinson, a business owner and fixture of the Five Points community in Denver for 50 years.
My father is black and my mother's white.
Much like Vice President Kamala Harris, who comes from an interracial family.
Seeing Kamala Harris become our vice president was just so thrilling. I've been crying all morning.
Parker Robinson served in Washington 2 decades ago. She says she wasn't sure a woman would reach the level Vice President Harris reached, but she always held on to hope.
I kept walking through the White House looking at all the fellows on the wall, the great men, and I said, there's going to be a person of color and there's going to be a woman before I'm gone.
Vice Chair of the Colorado Black Chamber of Commerce, Heather Berry, says belief is something Harris has now instilled to the younger generations.
From a mother's perspective, to see a woman and a woman of color take the highest oath of office that this country has means so much to me.
She and her 2 young girls spent a good part of their day glued to the TV.
Mom told me that this is history in the making, and this is something that you will never forget and the world will never forget.
Barry's 10-year-old daughter, London, says she feels inspired watching the inauguration.
You don't often get women or even black women into these powerful positions. So watching a black woman or just a woman period have one of those powerful positions was really just like, yay, I can't believe this is happening.
Vice President Harris is not only the first woman and first black person to become vice president, she's also the first Indian American and Asian American to take the position.
It is a very big day for Indians.
Rashan Bhartia moved to the States nearly 20 years ago from India. He says joy took over him as he watched Harris make history.
My heart was, so happy.
I think that there are a lot of people who weren't really sure that they would see something like this happen in the near future, myself included.
Dr. PRIYA Chopra is Indian American. She recalls a conversation she recently had with her parents about representation.
My parents reminded me of how when I was younger, I had asked them, why aren't U.S. presidents or vice presidents women? And it's really cool to think that little girls growing up today won't ask that question.
Between President Biden's grandchildren and Vice President Harris's husband, the first and second families are also bringing in new traditions of the Jewish religion rarely seen in the White House.
What's remarkable to me is actually not the fact that there are so many Jews in the families of these 2 families, but the fact that it is not even an issue.
Jay STREAR, the president of Jewish Colorado, feels a sense of pride, not just for his religion, but also for his children.
When I looked at my 2 girls and I knew that they could reach to the highest level of responsibility, not power, responsibility in this country, that's what moved me in the most profound manner.
Gary Brode, Denver 7.